Well, hello there, my tactical boys and girls out there in YouTube land, and all the rest of my fellow teabags. Emerson coming at you today with a triple knife review. Yes, you see it right there on the screen in front of you. There are 3 blades. We're going to talk about all 3 of them. And the only reason why is because these two are basically the same thing, just with different blade shapes, and I really am loving that one. Real quick, this is the CQC1K, CQC6K, and the CQC7K, all done by Kershaw, designed by Emerson. So here we go. We'll start off with the 1K, just because it's a little bit different than the other two. Hee hee. Okay, what you're seeing in front of you, here we'll zoom in real quick, get a nice little beautiful macro shot of that. Oh yes, gotta love that. What you're seeing in front of you is basically a poor man's version of the Emerson Gentleman's Gem, or yeah. What you have there is a nice little Bowie blade, frame lock design. There you go, with an ambidextrous clip, thumb disc, wave. There you go. That's all, pretty much all the special features about it. We'll go over some specs real quick. First of all, overall length is 7 inches. The blade length is 3 inches. The handle length is 4 inches. The weight, grand total weight, including the lanyard on there, is 2.65 ounces. Your steel is HCR14 MOV. Handle material is your scale is G10, with stainless steel being your lock bar side. Now, first of all, I'm going to go over my complaints about this knife. First complaint I've had, and the only complaint I had about this knife so far, is the fact that your entire lock bar side, including the lock face of said lock bar, is coated in this paint, for lack of a better term. Here, I'm going to zoom out real quick, so that way I can see what the hell I'm doing properly. Just focus. There we go. And I'm bumping the camera. Now, yeah, the lock face was coated with that paint, which caused it not to have a good engagement upon the lockup. What I mean by that is it was a way early lockup. So early, it wasn't even locking. It was just barely catching edge of the blade tang and the lock face. So a little bit of sanding to remove some of the material off that lock face on the lock bar helped out a lot. Also, the other complaint I had wasn't about the knife. It was about the assembly of the knife. There was so much Loctite stuck inside this pivot screw, it actually leaked out to inside the pivot cutout of the blade. So trying to get it to open with any type of authority just was not happening. So there's that. I fixed all that. Took the knife apart, cleaned it. Did not strip out any screws in the process, which was awesome. I really only had to sit there and take my micro torch and heat up the back of the pivot so I can remove the pivot screw itself, which is something I need to discuss real quick. The pivot screw on this one is more like the standard pivot screw on an Emerson. If y'all cannot tell the difference, see if I can't get this focus. There we go. As you can see, the slot on this one is much larger than this one. I can actually get a dime or the tip of my Leatherman bruiser in here to fix that. That, however, I have to have a much thinner flat head for. But there, that's it. Focus. There we go. It did have a back spacer in it, a plastic back spacer. I took it out. I think it gives it a much cleaner look. I love it, a better see-through look. It flicks open with ease. It waves even easier. Now I'm going to draw this back because I want y'all to see something. Get it to focus real quick. Now, this knife is literally as long as my hand, pretty much. Small blade, but I dig it. The profile of the blade itself is 5/8 of an inch wide. Fattest part, 5/8 of an inch. Now, most people say that's an awfully small knife. It is. If you really want a good comparison, there you go. Yeah, as you can see, it's pretty small. There's a Zippo as well for comparison. $35, $36 total, including shipping. Not a bad little price. It is very smooth, as you can see in operation. It waves extremely easily. Very fast, very agile for you know, a knife like this. I would have to say that is primarily a tactical gentleman's knife, because that is the only true definition of classification I can decide for this, because it's technically way too small to be a true blue tactical knife, and it has way too many tactical features to be a gentleman's knife. So it's a tactical gentleman's knife. Worth the money? Yes. Comes extremely sharp. As a matter of fact, once I put my edge on it, it's going to basically be a pocket scalpel. It already comes shaving sharp. Only thing I really have done to it so far, edgewise, is drop it. So that's that. All right, say goodbye to this one. If y'all want it, try it out. I suggest y'all do. Get one for yourselves. Very nice little blade. It's one of those scary little blades. Let's put it like that. Good knife. Y'all should try it out. Now we're going to move on to the 6K and the 7K. Go ahead and get you a nice little zoom. Whoa, way too much. Back it up. There we go. And there we go. Now, these two, the only real difference between them is blade shape and a little bit of weight. That's it. This one is slightly lighter than this one. Okay. Both of them have an overall length of 7 3/4 inches. Both of them have a 3 1/4 inch blade. Both of them have a handle length of 4.5 inches. The 7 weighs 5.09 ounces. The 6K weighs 5.01 ounces. So literally, very minute discrepancies in the weight. Both of them have blade steel of 8CR14 MOV, both with G10 scales, both with stainless steel lock sides. And for those of y'all, here's the lock side. Both of them are left or right hand tip up carry only. Same thing for the 1K, which I have to, that reminds me. The other bitch I've had about these knives, all of them so far, is the fact that there's rushed out for sale so quick that nobody took notice to the fact that the pocket clip screws are too short for the G10 side, including the replacement screws that came with this one. I have longer screws coming for this one. I've already had them ordered for these two, so I have them already. So those are the only complaints I've had about these two in particular, has been the fact that the pocket clip screws are way too short for the G10 side if you want to have your pocket clip actually on there. Okay. Now, once again, left or right tip up carry, thumb disc, wave, frame lock. And I think it's beautiful, the fact that the frame lock side looks so clean. I dig it. An over travel stop would have been nice, but I'm sure I can find somebody to sit there and basically make me a flat pocket clip that I can bolt into place if I want to carry them both left-handed. The fit and finish on these were actually quite phenomenal for coming from Kershaw and being in the price range that they're in. We're going to use the 6K for example. One of the many things I love, and I'm going to try to get a nice close-up of this for y'all, is the finish on the blade itself. Now, on this one, they have the flats with a satin, and your bevels are stone washed, which is something I like. It's a very unique finish that I'm not used to. That's more of a custom finish, because I am quite used to the opposite as on my Bad Monkey here. So you get this one to focus. There we go. Now, as you can see, on this one, it's opposite. The flats are stone washed, and your bevels and grinds are all satin. All right. Now, here we go. Put this back down. Back it out some. Beautiful. As you can see, the action on them is very good. Very smooth. Only thing I had to do to achieve that was, once I got them, I had to take them apart. Once again, I had to heat up the screws because Kershaw is absolutely positively in love with Loctite. But once I got the screws out, I just hand sanded the area around the pivot on the insides, on both the liner and the lock side. And that was it. I sanded it to 600 grit, get it nice and smooth, and yeah. Oh, epic fail. Fingers in the way. There we go. Extremely smooth now. Love them both. They wave very well. As a matter of fact, it's some of the best wave action I've had with any type of knife with a wave on it. Even better than my Bad Monkey. Almost as good as my CQC15 was. So, deployment on them is excellent. Once again, these came with plastic back spacers in them. As you can see, I took them out, revealed these lovely plain standoff posts, and gave it a very nice see-through construction and design look to it. There's a shot up of the lock for y'all on the 6K. Shot up of the lock on the 7K. And that's that, man. I cannot really say anything bad about these, period. That's it, y'all. Thank you very much for watching. Greatly appreciate it. More videos to come. Keep your finger in the choil and have a nice day, y'all. Deuces.